of faith is disturbing.
Believe it.
What's going on, Geeks? You're listening to episode 422 of the Geeks Under Grace podcast. My name is Cody Armour. I'm with Jonathan Nichols. This week, we're geeking out about blue aliens, Mortal Kombat, and an angry chicken. Yes. Sorry if I cut you off there in the intro. I was like, you have editing powers. It's fine. Editing superpowers, of course. Let's just jump right into the podcast today. We'll get into the games that we've been playing. I don't have a lot to add for games. I've been playing more Baldur's Gate. Got into Power World again for a day. I should specify. I played for like 2 hours the other day, Power World, and I was bored. So I was like, I'm gonna go find a strong pal. I've got strong pals, and then I went to a fiery area.
Yep.
And I died. And then I went and got my stuff, and I went farther into that area and died again, and then realized I didn't have the resources to make clothes that are fire resistant. And then I spent about an hour and a half before I realized, hack here for Power World players that don't know what they're doing, like myself. Get an ice Pokemon and go at night, and you shouldn't die as quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
There was. I got the one I was opening.
I think
It's a volcano place to the left of the map. So that was like all I did when I played Power when it first started, is I literally just like V-lined it to every corner.
Pretty much.
There was a tree, I don't remember when you played, in the very back of the map, and like the closer you got, it didn't get any closer or anything.
What's up?
And so I went to the end of the map trying to get to it, and realized it's a very icy area, that it literally wasn't on the map. It's like another area.
David Corn Sweat.
It might be now. You might be able to get to it. There's an oil rig just in the middle of the water.
That is a very weird
next to my base. Thought that was weird. I also don't know if it might be. It's been a while, but I feel like my base is not where I left it last. Like, I feel like the map has changed, and so they just took my base and was like, you were kind of here.
There you go. He's from Philadelphia. I was like, it would have been so funny if he was.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. I am waiting on Fields of Mystery. Is supposed to be getting an update soon. It may already be out. I haven't checked in a week. But Fields of Mystery will be by. I'll probably start playing that as soon as that update comes out. I'm itching for some more farm sim life. But that's all I've been playing. What have you been up to? Ooh, fun.
Yeah. I played about 80 hours, beat it, and then it was like, Lauren, you have to try this. Then we played another 80 hours through it. And then I did another 80 hours with another friend. And so I was like, all right, I gotta take a break so I can kind of forget some of the stuff. So I can come back and actually experience it again. But
Nice. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Well, we can do the gaming news then. Go through these kind of quickly. Go for it. It's a very like bold move for them. I'm surprised. Hmm.
There's so much replayability. So at first, it's like the
Okay.
first act, you're just trying to get the hang of the game, but there's a lot of stuff you miss
Huh.
in the first area. And then it's like you move on to the second area, get to the second act, and then it's like, oh, this is great. And there's a lot of stuff you miss or you can't access. So you don't know how to like to build the skills to access it. And then you get to the third act,
Okay. From there.
and then you're like,
I
oh, okay, so
also thought about the
now
game you were
I
talking about last
understand more
week, the
about the
Ready or
game.
Not.
And there's areas
Like
there
that
you
got
can't
such
access
became
or
such
you
a
might
hit,
miss.
and isn't probably what
And
people think of
so
when they
then
think
it's
of like
like
adult games.
it'll reference
But like
stuff.
if
And
that
you're
would
like, I
have
have
got
no
pulled,
idea
it
what
probably
this
wouldn't have
is.
even gotten
And
a
it's not
console
really
release.
important to the
Um,
story, but you like miss it. So then it's like, oh, now I got to go find it.
so
And then you find it, and
I
it
would
ends up being
hope
like
that
a
they
whole
are
other
selective with this
long
in that
side
sense, because
quest.
I
And
think
then you
something like
forget
that
what you're doing, and then you
could
end up going
spread
off this
awareness and
adventure.
actually
And
be a beneficial thing. I'm sure that most of these adult
there's
games
quite a bit
that
that
are
every time I play it, I
being
find something
banned,
new.
probably not for the worst for for the United States culture or the world's culture. Yeah.
That's awesome.
My assumption is someone with pockets will uh decide to make their own platform for these games. I'm sure that probably already exists. But if they're getting banned on Steam, there's going to be more of a demand for another app to
Have
open up and
you
do that. Um,
have you guys been using
and
the other
so that'll
companions?
probably
Um, is it
Mhm.
Shadowheart? Have you found the other
Pushing it.
ones, or,
That
or
makes
have you
sense.
guys just been kind of like,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, yeah, okay.
Hmm.
Th-
Okay.
there's actually a lot more. I can't keep up with all of them. My mind just went blank. There's Astarion, and then there's someone's gonna be upset that I can't remember, but the wizard. There's a wizard you get really quick if you want. Um,
Okay.
it's gonna bother me now. Gale. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name. Gale.
That makes sense.
He's fair warning, he will die. Um, if you don't find him within a certain point in time. Um, so,
That's cool.
but
I
you don't
didn't
have
know
to
that it
have
didn't
him.
have a third person, but that's neat. It looked like a fun game. I just never got into it.
Hmm.
Okay.
You can stack stuff. I haven't done it to great success, but you can just stack stuff to climb. So you can just steal a bunch of chests or
Okay.
boxes and put them in your inventory, and you can like. That's so funny. Flying things.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. I yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be really cool. And
Hmm.
I've had friends that played it, but it just never ended up being something that I attached to. I heard it's very grindy.
Yep.
I will throw out there, I just looked, Fields of Mystery. I did get their update. So I will update that, and I will probably be playing that at some point. Um,
Hmm.
yeah.
Are you guys playing with the controller? Yeah, that's the way to play.
Yeah. You're good. It was a good segue. I was
I
like,
got
that's a
tired of
video game
clicking
type
every time I
thing.
wanted to talk,
This
so I
movie.
just started playing with the controller.
We'll get into that in a minute. You're good. I got one for you. I don't know if this is gonna really gonna work, but let me try it. speaking of
Oh yeah.
first-person games that I wish had third-person games, Cyberpunk, except this isn't Cyberpunk 2077. Instead, it's that is Cyberpunk. Oh, Shelly used to co-host on the podcast, and she'd be so
Yeah,
mad
for
at me right
sure.
now.
Yeah.
That was that was a terrible segue on my part. She's the queen of
Technically,
segues.
they're supposed to. I was
Uh,
playing the Oblivion remastered through Game Pass, and it was very much like designed for DualSense. But then if you played
okay.
on Game Pass, it would break it. And so, yeah, I'd play the Xbox
Early
controller.
access.
But I agree.
Yeah. I'll have to get it downloaded since it's free. I loved Apex until
100%.
you know,
I used to be a
Apex and now it's
diehard Xbox controller guy until I got the
different
DualSense,
game.
and it is
Last Battle Royale I really got into, I feel like.
DualShock. Yeah. Yeah. And the other thing is too, which I don't know if you can see this, but for the listeners, I have a Elite 2 controller and it's falling apart. And that is a problem with these controllers. But my PlayStation controller has been dropped and kicked and everything else, and it's still hanging on. So
Yeah, we're going to the movies that we've been watching. You haven't seen any movies though, right? No. I did get to see Superman. I'm very happy with it. It is what I have been saying. I basically had said all through Henry Cavill's Superman.
yeah.
I think
Yeah. So like there's this
Age
problem
of
with the
Ultron,
rubber grips on the
I have a really
Elite 2
specific
controller, and it's like your sweat dissolves the
specific
glue, but it
timestamp there. When
also
Age of Ultron
expands
came
the
out,
rubber. And so there's no
um,
fixing it. So
I don't remember
eventually like,
where
it's just gonna peel off.
the Superman, the DCU was at the time, DCEU, whatever it was called. But I was like, that's what they
Yep.
need Superman to do. He needs
So
to be
it
the Boy
also
Scout
came out of the box with
of the
joystick
team.
drift.
And Henry
That
Cavill
was fixed,
Superman was
so
not the Boy Scout. He
yeah.
was
So saying that,
like
DualSense is my
dark and
choice.
edgy. This Superman
Yep.
could have literally been a Boy Scout. The way that he acts through the movie, and I'm like, it's perfect. It's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
My favorite,
I remember back in the day of the 360, everyone wanted 9mm bullet buttons for some reason. So they'd go on eBay and buy like the modded controllers.
I believe TA was trying to print something. I don't know what just happened, but the printer is like right next to me.
So
hold on.
Last
Okay, I think it's done.
podcast, we talked
It
about
got
Ready
really
or Not,
loud.
and I was like, all right, I need
What was
to
I?
play it to make an informed opinion.
Oh, one of my favorite lines that he
because
says,
we
and
were
this doesn't
reading
spoil anything
about
at
the
all,
console
is
version
like,
being censored,
golly gee.
and I was like, all right, I gotta know why people are so mad about this being censored.
And
I
I
get
was
it
just
now.
like,
I
okay, that's
understand why they're mad.
the Superman I'm looking
So,
for.
it's a very dark game.
Yeah, what the hey, dude?
No, I played the uncensored version, so I beat it before
Yeah.
the update came out. So trigger warning, but the whole game is about human trafficking and child exploitation. I had no idea. I didn't even know how to story.
Okay.
And so I went in completely blind. And
So I probably was getting
the stuff they're
trailers around the
censoring
time that Ultron
kind of
came out
makes it
for Batman vs
super
Superman. I
impactful.
mean, like, man, this is
And
not
it's
what we
very
need.
gut wrenching.
I also want to say this.
It actually almost turned into a horror
Huge
game
props
at one point.
to
And I'm
whoever
like, okay,
did
I
the
get why people
trailers. I don't know.
are
James
kind
Gunn
of
had
upset.
control of
Now, what they're
releasing the trailers
removing
for
or
Superman.
censoring
But
isn't as extreme.
one
as
of the
people thought it
biggest
was gonna
issues
be.
I had with Batman vs Superman,
But yeah,
spoilers for
like
that movie,
it's dark.
was the
That's all
reveal
I
of
it's really
Doomsday.
dark. But it's
Like,
good.
You could have gotten a whole trailer without him being
They
revealed,
don't pull
and it would have been the
punches,
coolest reveal at the end.
So
But instead, we knew about
don't
it, and we
wanna spoil
complained about the terrible
in
CGI
case
because it
people
was
wanna play
awful.
it for themselves.
But
Like there's a mission where there's a school
this
shooting,
movie
and
feels
they don't censor
like
anything.
you said, kind of like
There's a
it's
mission
straight out
in
of like a comic book
nightclub
being
with
ripped
another
out.
mass shooting, and it's not censored at
I
all.
mentioned before, I'm not huge into the comics, but I
And
was
then
huge in the
it all
animated
has to
stuff.
do
I
with the main
loved
story,
Justice League, Justice
with
League
the child
Unlimited,
trafficking,
and
but
Young Justice.
and the human trafficking. But yeah,
And
it's
so
dark.
it feels very much
I
like
really
that.
didn't anticipate it at all. I
universe
thought
to
it
me.
was
That
like
era of
SWAT
Superman
or
kind of coming out of
maybe like
the
Rainbow Six Siege or Rainbow
um,
Six in general, where
out into live
maybe it was
action.
more disconnected
I'm really
missions, and you
excited.
would like.
I disagree with
I
you about Robert
originally
Patterson
when it first came out,
not
you
working
had
for
maps,
Batman.
and then you would
I think it would be hilarious
pick
to
what
see that
kind of
Batman
mission
and
it
the
was,
Superman
and
work
so it could be
together.
a robbery or whatever. And the 1.0 release, they got rid of that and added the story, and so you just get the it's good. I get why people are upset now because they're scared it's going to lessen
Yeah,
impact because it was made to bring
I get
awareness to these rule
Superman.
things,
Yeah, the Christian
and
reference, Christian
it's
band,
gut wrenching.
the
Like
PODs.
there's
Uh,
some scenes that
I
will make you
it
feel
would be
sick to your
perfect.
stomach
I don't think it needs to
because
happen. I actually do want a different
they
Batman.
tread the line
I like your idea
of
of having Robert Patterson play a
legality
different
in a
Batman in
couple
that
of
universe, or they
missions,
keep
and they're
talking about
just
Alan
like,
Richardson.
this is what
James
this
Gunn
is a
mentioned some
not even a
appreciation for
real
that. I think that
version of
would be
what people
good.
deal with, but this is as close as we can
But
get,
could you
and
imagine
it makes you really
if
appreciate
like
the
Superman and Batman
law
are in the
enforcement officers
Batmobile
that actually go help the
and
kids
Superman puts on
and what
some
they actually have to deal
crab
with.
whatever? I don't even know that. What's that band?
But yeah, I mean, it's a good game. It's just dark. Like I
Mighty
had to start playing other
Crabjoys.
stuff afterwards to
And
like
Batman be
clean
like,
my
no.
palate.
Him turns on Nirvana, and Superman being like scared because the music's too edgy for him.
Yes. Yep.
uh, Kindness is the real punk rock. Um, it's cheesy and goofy, but in really good ways. The it throws you in. I do think I mentioned this off the podcast a couple times now. It almost reminds me of like Sonic 2. Sonic 1 explains some things. In Sonic 2, if you hadn't seen Sonic 1 and you never played a Sonic video game, you would have been so confused.
Yeah.
I think it's working out because we have a comic book knowledge at this point of who Superman is. But I think someone who's never seen a superhero movie before, this would be a terrible first
Yeah.
movie to watch as a superhero movie because you're gonna be like, "What is happening?"
This was so intense that it was banned in a couple of countries, and the reason why they actually
Yeah,
censored, and I say that
which I think,
lightly,
I think it was a good thing he did it this way.
was so it could get unbanned, so they could release it. Um, they they fought to keep it uncensored, but they lost. They thought they could get away with it because there's other games that have some of the same stuff in it,
Yeah,
to a certain extent, but because it's made in such a realistic manner and it's meant to be recreating reality, it was too much for a lot of the rating boards. But
hmm I
if people want
I
to
want to
play
revise my
it, go
statement.
for it. Just know it is very much
I think that
hard
Robert Patterson's
M,
Batman would
and
work
it's
really
very
well
dark.
in the Superman universe. I don't think
It
Batman's
does a lot of dark
universe would work
things,
really well
but
in
it
this
made me
universe
appreciate my friends
because
that work in this area
unapologetically there
professionally,
are
helping
just
kids a whole lot more.
kaiju
So
released, and everyone is like, no one wants to get like squashed by the kaiju, but no one's really surprised by the kaiju.
been playing some Batman Arkham Knight, a little palate cleanser.
Yeah, and you're
Felt like it
like, they
was
should be
time,
shocked.
especially with Superman on the horizon. So,
Yeah, this is. I
but
feel like
yep,
you can
that's about
watch
it.
Creature Commandos, which is very hard R, so be prepared if you're going to do that. But I think like how weird that show is
Arkham Knight's good.
translated
It
into
pops up
this
for
in the
sale
sense
for
of
like
like,
$3 and
oh,
Steam
these things just
sometimes.
happen
So
in this world, and
no big.
people are fine with that. People get that, like in that world.
Mm. Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and it's this big crazy thing. So I do think if something like that happened in Gotham, the Gotham of Robert Patterson's Batman, everyone would be like, I feel like the crimes that are happening in Robert Patterson's Gotham wouldn't be happening in this world because your priorities would just be totally different.
Yeah, so Tales of the Shire runs on decade-old graphics cards, which is super impressive. Uh, they're running on GeForce GTX 770s. That
Yeah.
is really impressive. But yeah, I mean, for 1080 and 60 FPS on high settings, you need a little more
hmm
oomph. but it looks like the requirement bar jumps to the 3060 Ti or the Radeon RX 6750 XT.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's really
which is
impressive.
I'm very excited for the universe that
We
he's
do need more
created.
games like that
I love
because
that they decided to just
everything
go all in on
requires
the comic
supercomputers to play, and it's annoying.
world and be like, yeah, that's the world he lives in. Kaiju are just randomly walking the streets and you just got to deal with it. Insurance companies are just crazy rich.
Yeah, I bet it's pretty cheap. I can tell you right now, actually.
Okay. I don't know if it was DC. I had Alan Tudyk in it.
Oh, well, there's no Steam. The release date is July
I think it
29th.
had I don't think it made
But
it a
there's
full
no
season. I think it got
price.
canceled for the whole season was over.
Maybe it's free.
But Adam West made an appearance. If it's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I don't know, but
That
yeah,
might have been
exactly. But along with that,
Superhero
okay, so
insurance.
yeah, that's not bad at all.
Was it in the
But
DC North? Oh wow. Vanessa Hudgens. Yeah, that's the one.
is it Switch 1 or Switch 2?
I didn't realize it was a
Oh,
DC
okay,
thing.
great. Yeah. Well, I mean, if it can run on 10-year-old hardware, surely it can run on a Switch. Yeah. Pretty close.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so Astrobot is also getting a free DLC
Huh.
with characters and levels, which is awesome.
That's
Astrobots.
crazy.
They get 2 fan
Yeah, I
requested
mean, how many
bots.
episodes does it have? It got canceled really fast.
Let's see. You
12,
get
yeah.
Cloud and Sephiroth from Final Fantasy
Oh, that was
VII.
totally the Star thing from Suicide Squad. It was funny.
Super
I
random.
watched a couple episodes of it. I think I watched an episode because Adam West was in it. It was
I
one
wish
of the last
more
times Adam
game
West made an
companies
appearance.
would
in
make
anything.
free DLC like that. Yeah.
Crazy that it was DC. They need to bring that back.
Ghost of Yotai is going to be packed with content.
James Gunn could totally make that work.
It is
Good cast too. Alan Tudyk.
going to be a massive game, maybe bigger map size than Ghost of Tsushima. But also expanded abilities, new weapons, more weapons.
That's the movie I've watched. Superman, I think, is you
way
should watch
more.
it if you haven't gone out and seen it yet. I think it's
way
totally
more
worth it.
game mechanics. Some of it is inspired by Breath of the
Wild. Really
Wild,
excited about DC,
which is super cool
in the future. Kevin Feige approves.
Several new director modes. So the first one had the
and I have
mode
this suspicion
that made it black and white, stored the
that
audio,
we will get a Marvel DC
had all the film
crossover.
grain. This one has that one. They have a lo-fi, which yeah, from Shinichiro Watanabe, director
weird.
of Cowboy Bebop and Samurai
Bat in the Sun.
Champloo.
There's a Batman versus Deadpool.
And then Tagashi Mike, I think is how you say it. It's Mike, but with 2 eyes. He's a director of 13 Assassins, Ichi the Killer, which changes some of the camera angles and adds more blood and mud. So, I'm excited. So, I think it looks good. I absolutely love the first one. So, I'm always down for more samurai content. Same. This one's this one doubles down on it. I think there's 20 minutes of gameplay now on YouTube. So, if you get a chance to check that out. But there is a new stealth mechanic where basically you can take out multiple people at once, kind of like Arkham Knight. So you can it's a new stealth mechanic, so you can bounce between 3 people before they react. Yeah, you can fight with dual swords. So, got some cool stuff. I'm excited.
Cool. We'll get into movie news then. Sticking with DC, why not? Or not DC, but WB. We got a Mortal Kombat 2 trailer. I like it. I'm gonna watch
Yeah.
it. It doesn't look
Yeah.
like it looks very silly, very ridiculous. It reminds me of how cheesy the '90s ones were. And I feel like this is more of that, with a higher budget, obviously, and newer technologies. I want it to do well,
Yeah.
and I hope that James Gunn's smart enough to see, like, even if it doesn't do well, a Justice League versus Mortal Kombat, or like, was that what the game was called? Mortal Kombat versus Justice League, DC versus Mortal Kombat. Can't remember. Would make an amazing Elseworlds movie. And even if
Mhm.
people aren't loving the Mortal Kombat movies, they would be so into that.
I agree.
Yeah, it's so good.
I think
Yeah.
I never really
Yeah,
have
just
had a
says, yeah.
chance to play Days Gone
I
for
think
very
that
long. So I
crossover would be a
started playing
great,
it
like, Elseworlds can be
on
whatever they want.
PlayStation
And right
Plus,
now, I think
and
we're
then
thinking really
I quit paying
narrow-mindedly with
for it, so I
Elseworlds
lost
as
the
being
ability.
just like
And so I've
Matt
never
Reeves'
fully beat it,
Batman, and
but I've
like
heard it's
movies
just
that are outside
stellar.
of the universe, of these heroes. But you could do crossovers like this that would just be wild. And the best part is, like, if Corn Sweat is too expensive as he's like doing his Superman movies, you could just get a different actor to play Superman or a different actor to play Batman into this universe. And I think that's part of the reason why James Gunn didn't explain anything, is because now he can, in Elseworlds movies, be like, and this is a different Superman, you have to deal with it.
Mm.
And we'll, as viewers, go, okay, that's just how DC is. Sometimes things just don't make sense and we have to roll with it.
Yeah, yeah.
I would love that. Yeah, I saw that rumored somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine that'll happen, but man, that would be crazy. Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
good. Carl Urban's great in everything he's in. Oh.
As you're fighting hordes of
I
zombies,
love
like,
the
where have
you
you
don't have any
been?
powers? He's like, no, I'm just incredibly handsome. Anything to add with Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, the director of that game ever so often throws shade about
Mhm.
the fact that they haven't
I know a
been
lot of
able to
people
make a
didn't, but I liked it
sequel.
too.
Like, he
Yeah,
wants to make a sequel really bad,
it looks
so he
much more
throws
Mortal
shade
Kombat.
at PlayStation.
And then we got a Zelda casting.
Yeah,
We have
I
Bo
agree.
Bragason
It seems like he
and
might be
Benjamin
what's in
Evan
the way,
Ainsworth.
blocking them from getting a new
Bo
one.
is playing Zelda. Benjamin is playing Link. I don't know either of those people. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm torn. On one hand, I'm like, good. Like, there won't be an expectation of, like, I like when other actors I don't know come up and kind of like really rise in
I
their
did.
roles.
I did.
For whatever reason, I think it's because I'm
Oh,
so excited for a
pushing it.
Zelda movie. I get real like
So I watched
Aragon
Superman.
vibes.
A
'Cause
little movie
Aragon
that
had a
came out this
no-name
weekend. Not a
cast.
lot of people know about it.
And Aragon
Breaking the
was
internet,
Aragon.
actually. I
I'm
loved it.
really upset we haven't rebooted yet.
So
Why aren't we doing that? But
and this is probably a huge surprise to everyone that's been listening. Huge DC comic nerd. You can't
that's me.
see it, but around my office it's just action figures. They're purposely
The
out
faces
of frame,
are
so
like
I can hide
prop.
my
Like, they
nerdiness a
really
little
went
bit.
casting with looks, which is interesting.
But huge comic fan. I've restarted my comic collection probably 5 times over just different moves. Stuff gets messed up, or gave my little brother a bunch of comics, and so I've had to restart. But huge Superman fan, huge Batman fan.
Yeah, I
And
want it to be
I
Ocarina of Time.
enjoyed
I feel like it's
I
by
enjoy
far.
most superhero movies. I enjoyed Superman Returns. Thought it was pretty good. Not
Twilight
the
Princess would be
best movie,
crazy.
but I still enjoyed it. Man of Steel I really liked at the time. I think because there was the Dark Knight trilogy.
I feel like Ocarina
and
of Time
me
will
and Cody
know
kind of
pretty
talked about this
quickly.
before the
They
podcast,
probably have
but
to
it's like
cast 2
you get
more.
Nolan's Batman,
Another
it's
Link and
kind of more
Zelda.
gritty and grounded, and then you get Superman, it's more
Interesting.
gritty and grounded, and it felt like a nice,
Or they'll de-age him. I don't know. We'll see.
kind of like a nice opposite.
I could see these be
to
7 years
Superman
older and
Returns,
then
just
doing just kids
kind of
for,
being more campy,
and then
more
making
comic
that
booky.
part just a
Technically a sequel to
lot
Christopher Reeve's Superman movie. Technically,
shorter, I guess. I'd also have to go back.
Yep.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, give me Twilight Princess all day.
At one point, I think they were talking about.
I think that's everyone's
Superman
least favorite
Returns
Zelda movie,
and
but me, or
The Dark
Zelda
Knight
game.
or something was
But
supposed to tie together, but I don't think Christopher Nolan really wanted it because he.
it's my favorite.
You know,
It's so good.
but yeah, it was like that was being like.
It was like
I don't think
it always
Superman
bugged me because
even
it was
throws a punch in
that
that
and then
movie.
Wind
I think he
Waker,
pretty
and
much,
everyone
like,
raved about Wind
saves a
Waker,
few
and I was
people
like,
and
"You're
then,
going
you know,
backwards."
lift some heavy objects, and then that's it. I think Kevin Spacey was pretty good in it, but
Okay. Yeah.
it's not awful.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that there's like it missed the mark.
The
a lot.
Goblin. I can't remember his name.
But
Where he's
this
like,
movie, I
he
think for me,
gets on
hit
your
every
side, and he's like, "Yeah,
checkbox I
well,
could hope
I go
for.
for whoever's
I
the
can't go into
winning team."
spoilers.
And I was
Go
like,
watch
"That's such
it.
a real
Even
response."
if you end up hating it, it's worth the watch.
I got
in my
your back
opinion,
now.
because we need more DC movies, and we need to encourage Warner Brothers to pump money into DC. But I mean, it's best way I can say is like it's like if you go to a comic book
Yeah.
store and you grab a Superman comic book off the shelf
Well, that's
and
good.
you open it, because there's something that happens before that book, but it's like
Yeah,
it doesn't really
I
matter.
always wanted
because
after
you
that. I
get
think
the
it would have been a really
context
good collab to do
of what's
Square
happening
Enix
in the comic, and
and
so technically,
Miyamoto, or who does
it
Zelda,
it kind of places you right in the middle of this
working
world.
together. I feel
where
like
all this has
doing the
already been,
cutscenes
all
and
this
the art
stuff's been
styles
happening already.
from Square Enix,
They don't try to build it up
like
to
Final
origin
Fantasy
stories,
art styles, but doing
and it's
still
like
very much a
isn't
Nintendo
afraid
Zelda
to be
dungeon
a
crawler
superhero
game.
movie.
Would
It
be really
is
cool.
just full of deep cut references to Superman.
And then have Square Enix write the
It's got
story,
deep cut references
because
to
Twilight
other
Princess is
Superman
good. But
movies
Square Enix can
that
they can write a
again, I'm not gonna
story
spoil it because it's stuff that I missed at first, and then
in that universe.
hit me
It'd be really
after
cool.
I've watched the
But
movie. I was
we
like,
never
oh,
got
yeah, it's
that.
a
We got
callback to Christopher Reeve movie.
Wind Waker, and
And there's multiple of those.
they really leaned into the Wind
There's
Waker art
just
styles
stuff
after Wind
that's
Waker came out.
in the
I think Wind
movie
Waker came out
itself
before
that is
Twilight
a deep
Princess,
cut
if I'm not
callback
mistaken.
to comics
But everything after was
that
very
people may not even know about. And again, I can't even bring those up because it's a spoiler. But it's absurd. It's funny. It's not Guardians of the
Skyward
Galaxy
Sword. Yeah,
with Superman.
kind of a
That's
mix.
a big
Very
criticism
goofy.
I've heard from some people.
Not
Not a lot of people.
that's our
but a
movie
few
news.
people brought up.
We'll get into.
It's tonally way different.
I have
Even
another
the
movie I
humor's
watched.
different. It's done differently.
I totally forgot, and I'm sad that
It's
I
very
forgot 'cause
fast paced.
very
It's
good.
gonna it doesn't
Sinners.
stop, so it starts
HBO.
pretty fast, puts you in the
It's
action, and it
available on
keeps
HBO
going.
now.
Some people didn't like
Sinners,
that.
if you don't
They
know,
felt it needed to be
is
slower.
the 1930s
I think it's fine.
vampire movie.
It's not trying to be a
that
genre
is-
redefining film. And so
I don't want to say
if
the
you're
script
expecting
is the
something
old Blade
to
script. The script's Blade script.
change
That's
how you
not
view
true.
superhero movies, I don't think you're going to
It's
find
very
it in this. I
obviously
think you're going to
not
find
Blade
that
at
it's
the
just trying to
point
be
of
a
this
good
movie.
Superman movie.
It's
And
not
it
like they
does
just
it.
took a Blade
And,
movie and then replaced the
If
characters.
they keep this momentum, I think we're going to have a really good
But
competitor to
it
MCU.
is very like action vampire 1930s. Has a lot to do with music, which is really cool. If they would have made the Blade movie I don't know how it would have done, because it's very artistic
Yeah,
in the way that
colors,
they do things.
everything.
I would
just
hope it would do
super.
good, but I thought Thunderbolts would do good for the same reason, and Thunderbolts performed terribly. So it is rated R. Kind of keep that in mind. A lot of language, a lot of gore. It actually reminds me of Dusk Till Dawn, Tarantino. Most people don't know that movie. I don't know. Most people don't know that movie. A lot of people probably don't know that movie anymore. It's a very like kind of slow burn movie, the Tarantino one, and then at the end, spoilers, there's just vampires all of a sudden, and you're kind of like, what is going on?
Yeah, and Hollywood in
when you're
general
12 years
is
old and
kinda
you
like
don't
that,
know
where
what
they've
is supposed to be
they try to
it's
write
that's such a weird movie.
movies by
Um,
board meetings.
this will tease quite a bit of it
And I
right at the
think
beginning of the
that
movie, but
is
it
something
also
that a
has
lot
this
of
kind of
people,
slow burn into like in case
forget,
you forgot,
because again, it's
this
not
is
like
a vampire
superhero
horror.
fatigue. It's
Um,
executives
it's
trying
really cool.
to make decisions on movies and storylines, and they've never made movies. They're just like they push numbers. That's their whole goal, is to make money. And so I think that's a good perspective of like people are just tired of bad stories.
Yeah. all the extras and stuff. Oh yeah, I saw
So I
that, and then it's
watched
modern
like
day.
5 minutes of it with my wife.
Which I am
She,
bummed about.
I think she
That would
watched
have
it
been
like
really
5
cool
times.
about
I'm
this
not
is they
even
would have taken
joking.
this concept and really like ran with it, and then it be like a Blade origin story. I think could have been really cool. But it definitely didn't feel like a Marvel movie by any means. I also forgot a whole news story that we need to talk about before we move
Oh,
on to
that's
TV as
funny.
well. Predator Badlands trailer came out. And since Prey, I have been all in on Predator. And this is completely reinforced that. It looks so good. I thought it was a little on the nose in the trailer that she's like, you think
Yeah.
you're the Predator, but you're the prey. And I was like, I've seen that movie. Uh, but I am really curious this whole story. Like he talks. That was weird. No, I'm really excited. He like is
Mm.
way over his head, and I'm really interested in see how that all unfolds. No, it's captioned. Yeah, she literally calls him prey, and he's like, "I'm prey to no one," because he's just an angsty teenager with dreads. I'm all in. I like it makes me want to watch all the Predator movies and all the Alien movies. But I remember I didn't really like the old Predator movies or the old Alien movies.
So, um, I think
Yeah,
this
like
number
I'm like
changed
I
a little
don't
bit,
know. I liked
but
AVP
you thought you'll find
when
this
it came
interesting.
out. That probably
But
hasn't aged well.
31% of the
And
South Korean
then
population is
AVP2
actually Christian,
obviously is
as
is
in
terrible.
practicing. So, um, I thought it was higher. I thought it was somewhere in the 55%, but I'm not sure how updated these numbers are. But just fun fact, it's actually a pretty religious country.
Oh wow. That was my complaint
It
with the first Predator was it's in that like
it influences a lot of
caved
their
area
K-pop
down in the
bands, even if it's not like
in
outright
Antarctica. And a lot of the movie
themes.
was so they could like hide the effects and things. And I was like, oh, I don't know. That was always my big thing with like old horror movies was it was always in the dark so you couldn't see anything.
Yep.
I'm like,
And then
what's
Game of
happening?
Thrones took that and ran with it the last season.
Yeah, it was like we can make that happen. Um, there was a Predator movie that came out that I didn't watch. That had me really excited about Predator movies. I was like, I'm gonna start watching them now, and I never watched it. And then everyone said it's terrible, don't do it. But I think it's called Predators.
Oh yeah. Eh, I won't say it's awful. It's not as good as Prey,
Okay.
but
That was where I was like, I want to do that. I was looking at Reddit and everyone's like, just skip that movie. And I was like, oh, okay.
I don't think any of them were like there's worse movies, but
Okay. And I don't like Ridley Scott's Aliens movies that much. Sorry, Ridley Scott. I like Blade Runner. I had to think about the name for him. I was like, that's the same. Ridley Scott's Blade Runner, right? Or am I making a fool of
yep.
myself? Okay, that's good.
Yep. I like the original Alien movie he did. I don't his most recent ones with like Prometheus, I think, right? And
Yeah.
then the other one, I can't remember what it's called. He did. I don't think it were that great, but
There's a brand new one that came out like last year that I heard was good.
yeah, I just actually saw it
Alien
on
Covenant?
Romulus. I think it's Romulus. Yep. Covenant's the other one Ridley Scott did that I didn't like,
Okay.
but
Yeah, I don't know. I love that like Predator in my mind was this like horror genre, and it feels much more now like an action. Like they're like action movies, which I guess back in the day they were too, but I was younger and I was scared of them, so when I was little. Now we can get into TV. I don't think I've seen any TV. You watch any television?
Only about 10 minutes of a K-drama with my wife, and I don't know what was happening, and I don't know what it was called, but
You should watch K-pop Demon Hunters,
yep. Um,
and then you'll know everything you need to know about, K-drama. Not really, but
I think s someone was a snake and they get reincarnated. I don't know. I have no idea. They had snake scales. I don't know.
I
She was
missed that
trying to
episode of
explain it
Squid
to me,
Games.
and yeah, she kept trying to explain it. I'm like, it just made it worse. I don't understand.
Oh no. um
People cried like every 5 seconds. So
we'll get into some Netflix news then. We got two Netflix things. First of all is a trailer for Stranger Things. A lot of trailers this podcast. Um they're saying that they have not revealed a lot. They're just scratching the surface. If you're making trailers, please do that. Don't give me the whole movie. Don't give me the whole show. I hope that they're telling the truth when they say that Stranger Things is just like this is like hope this is just the first couple episodes of stuff going on.
yep.
It's the final season. Everyone looks way too old to be how old they're supposed to be. But I'm really excited about it.
They're all basically 30 years old playing 16-year-olds, but
Yeah. Hey, Hannah Montana's brother was 30 in real life, so
yeah.
it could be done. I don't know what else to say with Stranger Things. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm excited. It needs to end.
Yeah, it's time. And
Finish
then
it.
Assassin's Creed is moving forward. They're saying it is about power, violence, sex, greed, and vengeance.
So Game of Thrones.
Yeah. I want it to be good. I think that it could be a historical fiction. I know people like what Outlander. I'm not a fan of Outlander. For those who don't know what Outlander is, it is a historical fiction where a lady goes back in time. She marries, spoilers, some dude from back in time, and then her husband's descendant is like the embodiment of evil. And so then she goes back to her time, and they've been running away from this evil person, and her husband looks just like his descendant. Um, there is I watched a lot of it. I was really trying because I had heard great things, but I watched an entire episode after they got married. That was just them having doing what you do after marriage. And then trigger warning, but there was another episode, and it was the entire episode that was a rape scene between the husband's descendant and um, the man that she had married. He was in prison and then being tortured through rape.
Interesting.
And I even got past that episode and was like, I'll try some more. And a couple episodes later, they were doing like flashbacks of that happening, and I was like, I can't. I watched probably more of that show than I needed to come to the conclusions that I did.
Um,
But all that to say, I think that this show could be what that could have been.
m- well, I just read that it's actually um by Roberto Patino and David Weiner. Am I reading that right?
Okay.
Yes. Previously showrunners of DMZ and Halo.
Okay. I don't know
So
DMZ.
apparently, this is not the guy that wrote season 1 that everyone hated. He actually wrote season 2, which tried to fix season 1, but it was
It was too late.
yeah.
Okay.
So I have nothing to compare it to.
Yeah, I just want a historical fiction that is action packed and like interwoven. I think like what they really should have probably done is gotten some Westworld creators to look at
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I
Like
agree.
early Westworld creators. And then you could have scenes from different eras and then them all tie into like one major present event would have been really cool. And we could have gotten clips from different, years and things. I I feel like that's how it succeeds is being very House of Cards and it's like setup.
Yeah.
And then you watch it all fall, at the end it all kind of like comes together or whatever you want to. image you want to use there, but here's hoping. I want Assassin's Creed to succeed.
Me too.
And then the last one is an anime. It's not out yet. I cannot confirm whether or not this is a GUG appropriate anime. But it's called Rooster Fighter.
There is.
And it is genuinely Rooster Fighter. It's not another word for Rooster Fighter. Although the trailer itself uses that word, and the way that they use it, I'm like, they know. But it's about a rooster with powers. It's kind of One Punch Man, but a chicken, I feel like. They're like
Yes.
titans he's fighting, like Attack on Titan titans.
It's like running on walls. And like if someone does something, it's like bagok. This is perfect. Excellent.
I love the commercial at the very least so much. I hope the anime is good. That should be coming out.
I
Ish.
don't know how I feel about it being like the 3D animation, but man, it does look hilarious.
Let me see if I can find a release date on this. Also really cool. There's not an English dub yet for it. But the voice of All Might from My Hero Academia in the Japanese dub is voicing the rooster.
Yeah.
Quarter 2 2026. So yeah, sometime next summer. But it's just a chicken.
Yeah, he's like these giant titans are like tear up the city. It's like running along them and all sorts of stuff. Like it's just absurd. It's amazing.
It's so good.
Japan never change.
You're right. We'll end the podcast there then, though. Are you geeking out about anything else this week?
No, not really.
Okay. Same with me. So we'll end the podcast. Where can they find you at, Jonathan?
Can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook under @Different Lens Media.
You can find me on Instagram @Cody Armour. Keep gaming, keep praying.